Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And I gotta start with this from Mac Attack XRP. XRP marks 16 days of unbroken ETF inflows with new records set. We're going to see more and more records for these XRP spot ETFs. And not even all the ETFs have gone live yet. We're still waiting for other ETFs to launch still. This is only going to get bigger from here. I just can't wait until we see scarcity for XRP. Our portfolios will look like phone numbers. Bitwise says XRP to reshape how money moves worldwide. So this is kind of strange because they just launched this 10 crypto index ETF. There's 10 different cryptocurrencies in this ETF, but they highlighted XRP. Why? Because most likely they know that XRP is the one that's going to bring everybody into this ETF. And the fact that they're promoting it as a money mover worldwide, that shows you they understand the utility behind XRP. I think a lot of these institutions understand XRP's utility. It's not like they're just buying it, waiting for the price to go up, and then they're going to sell it off. Retail does that. Institutions don't. Updated exchange XRP balances. The first time this will happen. Exchange balances represent XRP held on centralized platforms and immediately available for trading. A decline suggests accumulation into private wallets or institutional custody. Over the past 3 weeks, nearly 1 billion XRP left exchanges, driven by ETF inflows exceeding $874 million, institutional holdings, and retail demand. And when retail buys their XRP, right away most retail investors get it off the exchanges and they lock it away. They don't just leave their XRP sit on the exchanges. But if you read that sentence, what they said there, they cited the ETF inflows. Are they saying that some of this 1 billion XRP that left exchanges went to the ETF issuers? If that's correct, then it seems the over-the-counter desk are already running out of XRP. But it's too early to say that still. I want to see what happens over the next couple of weeks, because I think that's when we're going to start to see the impact coming from these ETFs on the price of XRP. And like I said, more ETFs are still going to launch. Here's 21 Shares talking about their launch of their XRP ETF.
Today's big development in the ETF arena, 21 Shares is gearing up to launch its long-awaited XRP ETF, trading under the ticker TOXR. In its latest SEC filing, the issuer slashed management fees from 0.50% down to 0.30%, positioning TOXR competitively as it prepares for CBOE listing. This comes as spot XRP ETFs collectively approach $1 billion AUM, with rivals like Bitwise, Franklin Templeton, and Grayscale offering aggressive fee waivers to attract inflows. The filing marks the Fifth Amendment to 21 Shares S1 registration, signaling the issuer is making final adjustments while awaiting the next regulatory step. The trust will track the CME CF XRP dollar reference rate, with custody handled by Coinbase Custody, Anchorage Digital Bank, and BitGo Trust. Meanwhile, BNY Mellon is set to manage cash custody, administration, and transfer agent duties. Despite the momentum, XRP's price is hovering around $2.05 ahead of the FOMC meeting, reflecting market caution even as institutional interest continues to build. With the Form 8A already effective and CBOE approval secured, the launch of TOXR appears imminent, potentially adding fresh liquidity and visibility to XRP's expanding ETF landscape.
So it seems like at any moment, the 21 Shares ETF can go live. And that looks like an AI video to me, but it actually stated all the facts that have happened up until now. 21 shares. Everybody's thinking that ETF is going to be bigger than all the rest. I can't wait till it launches. I want to see how good it does right out of the gate. Many don't know, in the early days, Ripple conducted XRP giveaways. They don't now. If you see one, assume it's a scam to increase adoption. It is extremely naive to believe that escrow has not been used in the same way at the institutional level as a strategic weapon for adoption. Everybody's talking about that escrow right now. So here's the early XRP distribution methods, giveaways, and bounties from 2012 to 2013. Ripple Labs, then called OpenCoin, ran a well-documented XRP giveaway program, often called the World Community Grid Giveaway or Computing Bounty. Users who donated computing power to Folding Home or similar projects would earn XRP. Tens of thousands of people received anywhere from a few hundred to tens of thousands of XRP this way. I wonder how much of that XRP is still sitting on wallets somewhere out there that hasn't even moved back into circulation since then. Forum and Bitcoin Talk giveaways. Jed McCaleb, Chris Larson, and early team members personally gave away or sold XRP very cheaply on Bitcoin Talk and the Ripple forums. Some users reportedly received 10,000 to 50,000 XRP just for signing up or posting. Imagine what that XRP is worth today, 20 grand to $100,000 plus. Direct grants to developers and businesses. Ripple gave away millions of XRP to early payment companies, banks, and developers to encourage them to build on the Ripple protocol or use XRP. Referral and sign-up bonuses. In 2013 to 2014, the official Ripple.com site had a referral program where new users got 50 to 200 XRP for signing up, and refers got even more. I wonder how much of that XRP is lost somewhere. You know, some people, they just move it into a wallet and then they forget about it. And some of these people most likely never even came back to crypto. They could have left crypto years ago. Some of them most likely even cashed in back in the 2017, 2018 run as well. But you know, some of this XRP got lost along the way. And that's why the circulating supply number, I don't think that's a true accurate number at all. And like I said about the market structure bill, it looks like it's getting kicked into January now, possibly. This comes from Eleanor Tourette. Market structure markup could slide into January as talks drag on. They need to stop talking already and just get this done already. It's like everything in Washington. They put a deadline on it, and that deadline comes and goes. And then they're like, well, we're really pushing for next week. Next week comes and goes. Everything takes forever. Meanwhile, outside the United States, things are moving very fast. Russia, they're pushing ahead. All the BRICS countries are pushing ahead. They're not slowing down. They're not sitting there saying, well, we got to get things done. They're actually getting things done. We are going to enter a time where the U.S. has to play catch up very fast. And if they don't, the U.S. is going to still continue to drag behind the rest of the world, like it did under the Biden administration. Ripple co-founders $10 million investment nears token launch. So this is that company Yellow, and it looks like they're about to launch a token. And they caught social media hype because Ripple co-founder Chris Larson invested $10 million of his own money, prompting the XRP community to take notice. And here's what he said about the investment.
There's a lot of project launching, a lot of currency launching. Most of them are not relevant, but one of them interested you last year. You led an investment in a company called Yellow Network. Why?
Well, I really like the founders, obviously, and as you know, we have a long relationship. I like backing smart folks, and especially who are going into different areas, because again, as we talked about, kind of the early days of a startup, that almost reality suspension period is pretty fun. Great people to back. Early days of a project, sometimes it's all about the people. I think that serves you pretty well if that's what you look for. And then they have to get lucky. They have to get lucky.
And Yellow posted this. Yellow is coming. Utility unlocked. I want to see where that goes from here. But if Larson put in that much money to back this project, he really believes in this project. And Easy A was at the NASDAQ talking about RLUSD and the XRP ledger. Take a listen.
Together, when you combine the stable coins together with blockchains, you know, an RLUSD together with an XRP, I think that's where you get a supercharged amount of utility. And I think utility is the thing that everybody's talking about. How do we bring more of that? And that's when the institutions come in. That's when consumers can use it. And then this whole space is just going to grow. I think, you know, bigger than any of us have ever imagined.
Yeah, and then
He's also talking about adoption as well. Utility brings institutions, consumers, and real growth. It's nice that they're always bringing up RLUSD, the XRP ledger, and XRP every chance they get at Team Easy A. The number of retirement account millionaires is surging. The number of 401k accounts with balances of $1 million or more rose plus 10% to a record 654,000 in Q3 2025, according to Fidelity. IRA accounts with at least $1 million jumped 12% to a record 559,000. So there's all these new millionaire accounts holding $1 million balances, but yet they're not going to let XRP holders become millionaires. That was always a narrative that was pushed around the crypto space, and it was pushed around the space by Bitcoin maxis. Bitcoin is going to make millionaires. Nobody's ever going to get rich holding XRP. That was the narrative forever in crypto. And that's why I always told you, it's nonsense. They will absolutely let you get rich. And a loaf of bread is not going to go to $100 overnight when it happens. You know, they always want you to believe that XRP is never going to reach different price points as well. Right away, they cite market cap and not utility. The reason that Bitcoin maxis do that is because Bitcoin has no utility. That's why they never talk about utility at all. But it's true. There's a handful of people out there creating that narrative and fueling that narrative even into 2025. And I'm here to tell you right now, if you hold your XRP long enough, you can absolutely become a millionaire through XRP. Crypto traders are ramping up personal security as kidnappings rise, with criminals increasingly targeting high-profile investors who flaunt their wealth online. What have I been telling you? Never tell anyone how much crypto you're holding. Keep it to yourself. I see people every single day doing this. I'm holding 1 million XRP right now. I'm holding 200,000 XRP right now. I mean, do you really have to flex all over X and everywhere else on social media? Absolutely not. Keep it to yourself. Don't make yourself a future victim. We're always seeing that these kidnappings are amping up all around the world. It's not just happening in the United States or the EU. It's happening everywhere right now. And it's happening at such a such a volume, you know, like you would never have thought this was going to happen in the future just a few years ago. But now it seems to be happening everywhere. You got to stay safe out there. Don't make yourself a future victim, and definitely keep your crypto safe as well. And until it happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.